Hi, I'm Robin McRoberts, and Pastor Bo asked me to talk about what thankfulness means to me. I thought about it for a while, and the thing that kept coming to mind was a verse that Paul wrote in his first letter to the church at Thessalonica. It's from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 16 to 18. Rejoice always. Pray without ceasing. In everything, give thanks, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. That's our will. That's God's will for us, to give thanks in all things. Oh, all things. Okay, maybe that's not so easy. It's actually kind of a tall order. When we think about the year that we just went through, a year and a half, almost two now, we've been through some really crazy times, very stressful. We've got a pandemic. We had a killer asteroid from outer space that barely missed us. There were murder hornets, the Tiger King, all kinds of craziness. Lots of things that could really stress us out. How in the world are we supposed to be able to give thanks for that? Millions of people sick, millions who died, people who were at home, who couldn't go in. We couldn't even gather together in the church building to worship together. How am I supposed to give thanks for that? How am I supposed to rejoice? It's hard. But here's the thing. God doesn't tell us to do anything that He hasn't equipped us to do. He's given us everything that we need to be able to do that. We just have to remember where to look. We have to remember to look to Him, to look at what He tells us is important, not what the world tells us is important. Some really great things came out of 2020 and this past 2021. Yeah, we had to be at home. We were in lockdown for a while. But that gave us more time with our families. As a nation, we had to slow down. And yeah, maybe not everything was as readily available. And even now they're talking about shortages that are going to happen. But are the things that we get, is that new sparkly thingamajiggy really the important thing? It gave us a chance to really examine what's important. Our families, our friends, our faith. It gave us time to slow down and relax and think and be still. You know, God tells us to be still and know that I'm God. I struggle with that one too. We had the time to do it. It helped us get our priorities straight. Sometimes you don't really know what is important until you can't do it for a while. I knew that church was important to me, but when we weren't able to gather together, I really felt its absence. And that's something to be thankful for. I'm thankful for the opportunity to really figure out what's important, what really matters. I'm thankful for the church family that we found at Franklin Park Baptist Church. I'm thankful for being able to connect. That's something else good that came out of this. We have ways to connect. What we're doing right now. Yeah, some of the churches did it, but now it's normal. And we're able to connect with friends and family that we might not have talked to or seen in years, and in other circumstances might not have for a long time. in some ways the world got smaller and we all got a little closer. And that's a good thing. So there is good. There is a blessing. We just have to look for it. And it's hard to remember that sometimes. One of the things that we do at work, our wellness program every year in the month of November has us do a gratitude inventory. And you might say, well, what's that got to do with wellness? Well, you know, the verses that Paul sent to the church at Thessalonica, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks. That's not just good spiritual advice. It's actually good health advice too. They've done studies, and people who have a positive outlook, who can find joy in their lives, who pray and stay connected and have faith, these people are healthier. They tend to live longer and have more satisfaction in the lives that they have. So yeah, it has to do with wellness. This year, for our wellness challenge, they put together a little video to inspire us. And they talked to people about what they're thankful for. And almost everybody talked about their families and their friends and their health and their job. Those are wonderful things to be thankful for. And a few people even spoke about their faith. Again, the big things. It's easy to remember to be thankful for the big things. But it's important that we focus on some of the other things that maybe we would take for granted. Well, like I said, we were challenged to keep a thankfulness journal. And I decided that I was going to focus on the little things that really meant a lot. So I want to share a few of those with you. Here's some of the things that I wrote that I was thankful for. Fall weather. The smell of dried leaves. Coffee. Warm clothes against the cold. A riot of color in the leaves. Potato soup. Friends who really understand me. A warm cat in my lap. Socks. A cup of tea. A kiss from my husband. These are things that matter. The little things. The everyday blessings that sometimes we overlook. The things we usually take for granted. They are all gifts from a good and loving God. And we need to remember to give thanks. So, this year around your Thanksgiving table, along with the gravy and the stuffing and the turkey and the mashed potatoes, be sure that you get a big helping of thankfulness too. Take the time to notice the little things. Give thanks for your family. Give thanks for God's grace. Give thanks for your home, for your health. But remember the small things. May God bless you this holiday season and have a very happy Thanksgiving.